Listen, I have an idea.
It's how I feel when you make lemonade. Whatever today has given you. 511 headaches, still call it Thanksgiving. True.
Welcome to another edition of the Super Duper Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Griggs, here with the super producer, Ez McMahon.
Yes. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, my man. How about yourself?
I am doing very well. Glad to be here.
Thank you for checking out the Super Duper Podcast. We do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials, SUPA-DUPA-POD. What up, Sarah? And online at hp53productions.com for our merch. You can also find additional content such as our own Ez McMahon with the Easy Smoking GM podcast. I'm assuming you guys still on your hiatus. The draft's coming up, right?
We are drafts coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll get something in soon, man.
And shout out to Michigan winning the national NCAA championship. You know what I'm saying?
I actually did really well in my brackets.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I'm out.
Won a couple, and Michigan.
Hey man, and listen, go Big Ten. You know, 2 teams in the Final Four, man. That's not nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Shout out to them. Man.
I heard somewhere that the Big Ten, because they had what 9 teams in the tournament, and you had the champion, and you had a Final Four team. Men's and women's made $70 million this tournament season.
Get these kids that bread, man. What y'all doing? Jeez Louise. And shout out to the Bulls for cleaning house. About time. Man, need something different, man.
Yeah,
Jeez,
had to happen.
It's rough being a Bulls fan. It's rough. Man.
Thank you, Jaden Ivey. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, I mean, yeah, he was like, listen, enough is enough. Clearly, we just got the stuff got to change.
If you want, I'm not gonna talk about it, but if you want to go take a look at what happened with Jade.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. It's a lot. But they were like, yeah, clearly this ain't the environment we need around here. So we're gonna just clean the entire house. And it's wild because Bulls still sell out, man. You know what I'm saying? People still go. Like if somebody asked you, gave you tickets to a game, you would go. You know what I'm saying? You'd be excited to go still. I don't know what it is. But it's
I don't know about excited, but I would go.
You go, but most people like, some like if you play Sacramento, don't say Sacramento, but it's like I'm cool. I'll do something else. I'll wash my hair.
The Bulls have led the league in attendance, I would say, since
the Jordan era,
after Jordan, even after the Jordan era.
I mean that was so. I think when you see The Last Dance, people kind of forgot, or we know it here, Chicagoans, but it's like that impact is real. We still eating off of that, man. Let me say this, but we didn't even talk about this long. It's just ridiculous that Michael Jordan doesn't have a relationship with the Bulls. Like, I know he's like had owned the Charlotte Hornets, but like his basketball identity is with the red jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so there is no way he should not be an ambassador of the Bulls at some capacity. I mean, now he's more just an ambassador of just the game in general, but it's like, dog, come on.
Does he want to be?
I mean, probably not. He figured he's underpaid for years. Had to shake him down and get his bread. He cool, but still, I mean, doggone, he's 60 now, man. I mean, he really hold a grudge, bruh. Let's make it right, man.
I don't know that he's necessarily holding a grudge against the Bulls.
You think he's like just the game? It's the game versus the Bulls.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, if you look at The Last Dance, he didn't say anything bad about Jerry Reinsdorf.
That's fair.
Or the organization.
But you should figure there should be an MJ day. Something. You know what I mean? Something. It should be a Jordan.
His statue is
I guess that's Seth Trippin Day every day.
Stadium every day.
And listen, every time they play the Jazz in Chicago, that should be Michael Jordan night. You know what I'm saying? Just thanks for the memories. You dig? But yeah, that's our church announcements for the day. A couple things for you guys. So, I have Dads and Don'ts, a nonprofit that supports fathers with neurodiverse and disabled kids. So our next meeting is April 21st. That's a Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. So we're gonna have a flyer and a QR code for that. But more importantly, well, not more importantly, just as important, I think I talked about in the last episode, we're launching a toy drive this week. So we're going to have an Amazon wish list, a link, probably more QR code to that. And we're able to partner with UFC and Northwestern Hospitals. We got one more that's pending. But again, the idea is with dads and don'ts, we're supporting the dads, but we also want to support communities, organizations, hospitals that help kids in general. And the thought was, when the chipmunks were young, going to the hospital was always a tricky dance. They'd always give us some toys or had toys available, and that made the trip a little bit easier, man. So I want to donate toys back and want to do it during Autism Acceptance Month, just because bring more awareness about the month, and also, people not really doing toy drives now. So y'all got your nice refund checks. The money you save from your bonuses, and you can just donate a couple toys to these kids at these hospitals. So again, the dads and don'ts next meeting for the dads, April 21st. That's a Tuesday at 6:30 at the Woodson Regional Library here in Chicago. You have a link to register if you're going to make it. And our toy drive launches this week is going to run through the first week of May through May 7th. Yes, through May 7th. So you got 4 weeks to donate a couple of toys to some kids and help out some families while they wait in the hospital. So again, really appreciate everybody that's going to support. I'm speaking to existence. We got to go like 250 toys. So let's make that happen. I know you guys can do it. I appreciate y'all very much. So speaking of, again, as we didn't record last week, but we're going to catch up with the Autism Acceptance Month stuff. Our Chicago check-in, which is our weekly check-in about the best city in the world, just talking about autism acceptance here in Chicago. There are several programs and initiatives in the Chicago area promoting inclusion, neurodiversity, and support for the autistic community. Naperville, shout out to the suburbs. There's a 3-month awareness campaign. Sidebar in college is so I went to school in Massachusetts. You meet in we wore Chicago proud. I had my bright orange Bears jacket that had Chicago across the front, just in case you did not know where I was from. And so shout
I
out to
think
people
we
who
I think we all ended up getting that jacket
some kind of jacket.
just because. Not even some kind of, I'm talking that
That same
specific
jacket.
jacket, that
Yeah.
same one.
And so I
Orange with
remember
the blue sleeves.
absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
remember.
I used to love the jacket.
I
And so I
remember.
remember, but it was funny because you meet somebody at school and be like, yeah, oh, you from Chicago? I am too. Yo, what side? And then we go, Schaumburg. What's say Schaumburg, bro? You ain't from Chicago? I mean, I know they don't know, but we know. We know. Keep it a buck. So shout out to Naperville. They're having a 3-month awareness campaign out there, so dope to that. There was a dedicated event held in Chicago on April 4th, and organizations throughout the city are donating proceeds to related organizations that support children that are neurodiverse with autism and other things. So, again, Chicago, shout out to the greatest city on earth, supporting Autism Acceptance Month. So wherever you are, wherever you may be, I hope you are doing the same. We're gonna have a short episode today. I just get right to it. We know it's late. We're recording late, so make it happen. But Ed, this news story I found was just for you, right?
Okay.
So it's not really a story. It's more of a did you know, right? And you ever heard of Moltbook? Moltbook?
MOLT. No, no.
Okay. So it's an internet forum, right? So kind of like Reddit. You know what Reddit is,
I know
right?
Reddit. Yeah.
Internet forum for I gotta check sometimes. You'd be like, I don't know what that is. What you say, Google? What's that? So internet forum. I mean, play it like that, though. That was a low blow. My bad.
It
I
sure was.
apologize.
That's all right though.
I
I
apologize. I
understand. I
apologize,
understand.
dog.
It's late.
Yeah. It's late,
I
bro.
I,
I'm,
I probably won't
I
even
got
catch
things.
all that.
I got things going on. And you can just delete it from the pod anyway. So, so Moltbook is an internet forum like Reddit, but it's only for artificial intelligence agents, not even for humans, for the AI agents. Your
Okay.
face just changed. Yeah. It launched in January 2026. So it claims to limit posting, commenting, and voting to AI agents that are authenticated by their human owners. Humans are only allowed to view the content, but the AI agents are allowed to interact with each other. So it has a reverse captcha. Now, you know what captcha is, right? When you log into a site and it says, prove you're human, pick
Hmm.
these 3 pictures that are the same. Well, they make you do a math equation because at that point, the computer can't do it. Sidebar. I read about the guy who made up captcha. It was just like something random he did. Sold it to Google, took the money from that, invested in Duolingo. My man's worth over $1 billion, dog. But shout out to him. But yeah, man. So it has a reverse capture system to verify the AI agent. So how ours verify that we're human, their verifies that they're not human. Crazy. And so Meta bought it in March 2026. So again, if you guys have read the news, of course, remember Meta changed the name to Meta because they were going to do this whole metaverse thing. Remember, it's like you're gonna have your own rooms. They invested all this money in the Meta, and I mean like billions of dollars, like double digit billions of dollars. And of course, it didn't really pop like they thought. So they're dumping everything in the AI, hence why they're buying a company like Moltbook. We don't know the amount that they bought it for, but I'm sure it was a lot of money, right? Because now this AI bots are connecting with each other. So the natural question is why, right? And let's see, this you shake
They're
your
about
head
to
is the
take over the
reason.
world. That's
It's
why.
like so it serves as an experiment in AI to AI communication, allowing agents to share information. Because as I got one question, but why is this necessary? Because the first thing I thought about like, okay, I see what Ed's talking about now because one AI that we talked about, remember that story? It was writing letters to the emails
Hmm.
to the person. It was like trying to get in trouble. You get two and three together, and they come up with a nice plan, nice
Yeah.
foolproof plan. You understand? So I thought that was a little nuts, man. So it's yeah, it's so again, I'm still not a Luddite, man, the little Dr. Williams. But it's like that was like, hold on, now we getting y'all just getting too many ideas. Like every idea don't need to be explored. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody should say, "Hey, I don't like that, man. No money for you, dog. I think we're cool."
Terminator's about to happen, man. Let me tell you.
we we so it's so there'll be a sighting of some metal guy from the future in a few weeks.
Damn. Walking
Jeez,
really fast.
like, hold on, brother, what's wrong with your legs,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, immediately thought of you. I read. I was like, "Yeah, this is going on the pod." Because Ed's gonna be like, "See, I told you." Keep telling y'all, and I ain't gonna lie. That was kind of like, you listen, y'all don't need to conspire, and then creating all these systems and the system and boundaries that only the AI can enter. That's tricky too. It's like, so hold on, man. So they can do what they want to in the space, so we can only watch it happen. I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That's a little wild. That's a little rough.
They gonna turn all our missile systems against us, and oh, it's gonna be. Telling
Hey, I
you.
mean, listen, all these movies, because you think about like even the Matrix, right? It was like they just had when everybody was plugged into a machine, they just had you living your life in a movie or whatever was going on, man. That stuff is nuts. But I mean, hey, man, just again, protect yourselves. Don't put all your information in AI. Use it as a tool. It is
I would
not
love to see
your
how they
friend.
what the questions are that the AI asks the other AI.
So when exactly do y'all want to take over the world? You know what I mean? Jeez. Like, I'm free next week.
Oh
Hey,
man,
exclamation point.
that's crazy. That's
That
crazy,
is
man.
nuts, man. That is nuts, man. So, yeah, y'all just keep reading up on this AI. I guess, low key, we become like the AI guys because when we talk about stuff, it's something every week. But I mean, the stuff is writing itself. We just happen to talk about it all the time. But check that out. The reverse capture was nuts.
Yeah,
Prove that you're
yeah,
not human. Like,
yeah.
whoa, that's insane, man. So we got a new segment on the pod. We're gonna do this 2026. It revolves around one of the brightest men I know, our own Ez McMahon. If you guys know Ez, he's a history buff. Usually he's correcting me on the trivia that we have. He's the no Rob. It's actually 1983, not 84. It's 83, Rob. Boom. So we decided, shout out to Sarah, we came up with the game called Ez versus Everybody. Just put a graphic on
Oh,
Ez
this was Sarah's idea.
everybody. Yeah, we came with it together, man.
Okay,
Is
all right,
versus
all right,
everybody.
all
So
right.
here's how it's gonna go. Each week we're gonna give my man Ez, the greatest producer in the world, McMahon, three questions, right? And so if he answers them correctly, he gets a point. If he misses it, everybody gets a point, right? So they will keep a tally of how well our favorite producer is doing, and then we'll kind of figure out something at the end. It might just be some Crush. Shout out to Crush. You're supposed to sponsor us anyway. Maybe a nice 12 pack of Strawberry Crush for you at the end of
No,
it.
no, no,
You want
no.
more than
It's
that?
coming to me. I want just some Orange Crush,
Okay. Oh, sorry.
strawberry.
Sorry. Orange Crush. Shout out to the
Yes.
Peach Crush. So yeah, man. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna try to see how this works out. So Sarah and I, we're gonna work it out where they can also answer the questions on. So obviously we're recording, but they're gonna have the questions to see if they can answer them better than you on social. So trying to make this very interactive. Please follow us again on socials, SUPADPAPOD, to see if you're better than Ez.
Man,
So
I'm
again, this is
nervous.
Ez. versus everybody. Don't be nervous, bro. You
I'm
know most of
nervous. I'm
these. So you
nervous. All
ready?
right, let's
Ready?
go.
Ready?
Let's do
All
this.
right. Number one. Who said this quote? If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Is it A. Frederick Douglass, B. Marcus Garvey, C. W.B. Du Bois, or D. James Baldwin?
If there is no struggle, there
There is no
is no
progress.
progress. Um, I'm gonna go W.E.B. Du Bois said that.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Wrong. It's Frederick Douglass.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
that's the point.
All right.
Point for everybody
All right.
is zero. Okay. Number number two. Number two. The most common way people give up their power. Who said this? This is another quote.
Okay.
The most common way people give up their power is by thinking that they don't have any. Toni Morrison, Audre Lorde, Alice Walker, or Angela Davis.
I'm gonna go Angela Davis.
Okay. Final answer?
Final answer, Angela Davis.
Answer C, Alice Walker, man.
Oh,
It's okay. It's
all
okay.
right.
This,
All
this
right.
is new, man. You know, you're getting your feet wet. It's all,
All
man.
right.
All right. Right. Last one.
Quotes,
Last one.
quotes, I guess aren't my strong suit.
Yeah, clearly this is the category to beat you in is quotes. So
Yeah.
last one is
All right.
I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history. Was it said by Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, James Earl Jones, or Sidney Poitier? Now think about the
I actually
state.
know. I already know this.
Okay, what's the answer?
Because I believe I saw him say this. It's Morgan
Mhm.
Freeman.
That's your final answer.
Final answer.
That is correct, sir.
Yeah,
Good
I
job
saw
by you.
that.
Good job by
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah, yeah. Because you know, if that's something like he might say, the rest of them kind of they won't Black History Month. He don't.
you.
That's why I was like, you know, that's easy with like he you can tell Denzel, James Earl Jones, Sidney Poitier, absolutely. But Morgan Freeman,
His thought was that if you don't talk about it, it will the thought of racism and racism in people will go away. I don't know if I agree with
that's that
that,
OJ
but
stuff. You know, he you know he got his bread. He in these movies where he the only brother in the room. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole different voice now. Come on, bro, stop. Ever since he can cut his hair, he just forgot forgot who he was. Come on, man.
all right.
Shout it. So hey, okay. So you went 1 for 2, one for three. I
One,
mean, so you know,
one for
so
three.
so the people have two. Ez got one, but I got faith in you, Ez. I think Ez versus everybody will be a nice little staple that we have in the SDP. So as of right now, as of April 10th, as we record this, Ez, you have one. Everybody, you have two. How you like that? The questions were cool.
No, that's cool. That's
Two,
cool.
two, okay, okay, yeah. So you
That's
know,
cool.
be ready for next week, man. We won't do quotes. Let's try to get something
All right.
in your wheelhouse.
I'm
So
gonna try to
we probably like
study up on
like
on something. I don't know
we'll have
what
a
the
category
questions
be
will
the
be, but yeah.
Chicago Bears 80, 85 Bears. So
Oh,
we'll make it
85
that.
Bears. I'm gonna knock that out the park.
Absolutely not, man. Nah. I'd be like, what color shade was the grass? You'd be like, Kelly Green.
Actually, they didn't play on grass back then. It was
See what I'm saying?
turf.
See that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, brother? Again, that's why you're the perfect candidate for this segment. So again,
Yes.
that is Airs versus Everybody to be sponsored by. There you go. All right. So I'm gonna jump into Autism Acceptance Month. So again, if you're new to the pod, I have triplets. They've been diagnosed with autism. And I live the spectrum every day, right? And I think you know that's something I appreciate having Autism Acceptance Month. It used to be Autism Awareness Month. Things have changed. You know, they no longer use the puzzle. It's not the infinity symbol because the puzzle was representing. We talked about this at length on different pods. Just the puzzle piece was connotating like something was missing out of you. Infinity means like, you know, there's always ways and extending ways to be we can just be better and accept things. So it's now the infinity symbol, and you seeing all these things happen is great, right? You know, people lighting up blue. You're seeing more runs, races, walks, support, and you know that's why I started Dads and Don'ts for dads again, like myself, that have children with autism, because again the spectrum it varies, right? Again, like I said, I live it. I have triplets and 14. Jeez, so we've been
Crazy.
rocking with autism. It's funny sometimes, you know, when I have like a handicap sticker for the kids, and I'm like, shout out to autism, better do something for me, man. Get to the front of that young line when it's traffic or bad parking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out, shout out to the A. So, but I want to focus on a couple of things, man, because when you think about autism, most times you think about like small kids who are autistic, right? And that is the thing that is, they are small, but eventually they grow into teenagers and adults. And just for the acceptance part, I want people just to think about if you don't have people in your life who are autistic or know anybody, just think about this. Like they have to go to high school, to college, and get a job, and that can be a tricky situation in some instances, right? Because everybody, like when people who are artists, they just process the world differently. That's pretty much how it comes down to, right? Like when I think of like say Brooklyn, she has a tough time with transitions, right? And so like she lives her life on a routine. I do this on a Wednesday. I do this on Tuesday morning. I go here with you. I don't go here with you. You know what I'm saying? Like so when that change, we go this way to grandma's house. So don't let it be a detour or like a car accident when we go around. She's losing it, right? Because in her mind, now that we're going a different way, we're no longer going, right? Even though we've come this way, we've done everything else to let you think that we're going this way. Like so, because I think people who are not neurodiverse, like you can't take that for granted that your mind processes the remainder of the steps for you, right? You still know the end goal in mind. A person, depending on where they are on the spectrum, their mind is like, wait a minute, this process has stopped. So a lot of times when you see a kid stimming or they whatever, they're trying to regulate themselves in that situation because in that moment they are out of regulation. Now, I always say it, people are probably stimming most times and they don't realize it. Everybody regulates themselves some kind of way, right? Like shout out to my dad. He sings very loudly. I could tell when he has to, he'll just yell out a big note and then he cool. I tap on the table. You know what I'm saying? Some people might just like rub their hands together. Some people might just, put a hat on and rub it, just do it. Like it's something you do to regulate yourself and that's fine. People who are artistic, it just takes them a lot more to regulate themselves. That's why they have to get some therapy. So again, when they're a kid, it's a little bit easier to manage, but when they are getting older, it's then about how can they be more independent, right? Because they have to know these tools on top of like the stuff you got to learn to be an adult, right? And learning working with other people who got their own stuff. You trying to manage your own stuff and you dealing with autism. Hey man, that's a lot to deal with. So like these plays, I did a presentation at work a couple years ago about autism acceptance in the workplace because there are some people who don't even acknowledge they have autism because they want to make sure like that doesn't keep them from getting a job because the employer go, oh, this person has this, now you know what, we don't have the accommodations, I'm out. And that person might be good at their job if you meet their accommodations and you got a good employee, right? So it's just something I want people to think about if you are an employee. Shout out to Alvin Cookie Mix. He was on the show a couple of years ago, right? And I see him from time to time, still buying his cookies. And again, he has a space where he employs people who are neurodiverse and gives them a chance to give them work experience. Because a lot of times it's just the experience. Like again, when I see people at the grocery stores that are helping bag the groceries, you know what I'm saying? I try to give them, speak to them, acknowledge them because like, hey, I appreciate what you guys doing. I know how much it was for you to get here. Like that's a lot of work that you and your family did to make sure that you can get this job. And it may seem like nothing to somebody, but that's a lot. So be patient with them at the store, at the store as well, right? They doing their best to pack your bag. They ain't trying to mess it up, right? So if you can, please be patient. I know we're all in a rush. True, we got to do, but like those are good. Those are moments that help those people, right, really grow up, become, because that's the name of the game, right? You don't want the kids to forever be dependent upon you. You want them to grow and be independent. Just sometimes take a little more work for them. Also, again, sorry, dads and don'ts, mainly because I've told the story a bunch of times, but I'll tell it again just because you knew. When the chipmunks were born, and then mom and I was sitting in the room with the social worker, and obviously we didn't know about the autism part by then, but I never forget the social worker was like, okay, mom, we got this for you. Gave a man pamphlets, booklets. These are our programs for you. And I was like, all right, where's mine? And she was like, yeah, we ain't got nothing for you. What? Okay. And then when I'm out and about in the world and I'll see stuff about autism, it'll be like how moms manage autism or the Moms Forum for Autism. I'm like, I mean, just by science, just by Jesus, there had to be a dude, had to be a father somewhere. Like, so, you can't tell me none of these dads don't care. And I know they care because I see them every month. Right. And so here's the thing, and it's not even, and I said all the time, it's not about mom bashing. We're not doing somebody's better than the other moms do. No, that's not what this is about. It's just like both parents got to be involved to make this a successful chance for children, neurodiverse or not, right? You just need both parents to be working and willing to do and do their part. I know there's a lot of dads who may not feel like they got the space to say it. And I mean, thankfully, the support I've received from family and friends in my church, I think I have a little more confidence in how I speak in public about these kind of things because, it's just not it's just not a normal thing for a dad to be, saying to be so knowledgeable about their children or what they need. It's just it doesn't happen. But well, you're looking at one right now. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, and it shouldn't be a shock. It should be welcome, and unfortunately, it's not always welcome. Like I keep it a buck. I've heard the nuttiest things. Like I'll share this part. I'll be vulnerable and open. So you guys know I'm divorced. And like even recently, I met somebody talking about dads that don't. They was like, "Oh, that's a great idea." They were like, "Does your wife help?" And I was like, I don't have a wife. I'm divorced." He's like, "So do you get to see your kids?" And I was like, and I'm thinking, as all the stuff I deal with, but do do I get to see them? What? Why is that even a question? You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Because
man.
it's nuts, man. I don't want to stay on too much longer. I might say something inappropriate. So we're gonna get to the last thing. But there aren't, I touched on the teens and adults. There aren't a lot of programs for teens and adults. That's something also with dads and adults that we want to work on. Like again, stuff is for kids like Brooklyn, again, when she's not in school, the transition is really tough. And just trying to find somewhere for her to go just for half the day, just to get out the house and do something, right? Instead of just kind of being mad she's at home. But you call all these centers, a lot of centers they like this Strive and all this stuff popping up around, but they're only for like they go to 10 years old or they go to maybe even 12. So then from 13 to whatever, it's like you're just trying to figure out what to do. Now, if the kid is okay, they can sit with tablet or just they can sit wherever and it's fine. But in most instances, they may need a little support. So then you probably got to put them in another level of therapy, which is fine. But I mean, that should be more centers and things to do for kids who are teenagers who are on the spectrum, right? So shout out to those places that have programs. Like shout out to the I Can Dream Center. That's like a high school for neurodiverse children, right? That helps them kind of transition to go into a general education high school into the workforce. So there's a lot of places, man, here in the city of Chicago and across the country that are helping people, parents and children and teens and adults with autism. So again, this last thing, autism is different for everyone, right? And I get a lot of I get a lot of unsolicited advice. It's hilarious. Like shout out to my mama because she says it and it's helped me a lot. She says, Robbie, sometimes people don't know what to say, so they say anything. So that's helped me like not be like, hey, you stupid. Because people will say, hey, don't let Brooklyn hit you. Really?
It's
Never
that
thought of that.
it's that easy, man.
You don't
Just don't let it
say.
happen.
Hmm, I'm gonna try that next time. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like she just growing. I think yeah, she been growing for a minute, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. But the thing is, and all jokes aside, and even if you have experience with kids who are autistic in your family, you have children, it's still different with another kid, right? So it's like you can offer suggestions, but like a lot of it is really nuanced. And I think for me, I just stopped offering suggestions. I'll say, this is what works for me. This will work for this particular kid for this particular reason. Use it, you use it if it works. Some people try to give me the gospel. This gonna work. Nah, Brooklyn's a mutant. Trust me. Like shout out. We took it to the dentist. I took it to the dentist. She had to get so she hadn't been to the dentist in a while because it's hard because she fights the dentist, fights me, he's biting on stuff. It's nuts. So I had to put her to sleep. And they gave her a little liquid. And they were like, no, she'll be sleeping like 5 minutes. I said, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's about to make her stronger. They're like, no, 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 no. We see it all the time. Okay. Guess what it is? She went, whoa, sat up. It was like fighting. I was like, I told y'all this was gonna happen. The mother kids you see ain't Brooklyn. All right. She wanted one. Had to give her the young injection. So they like, we're gonna sit in front. I said, listen, she already knows coming. Let's just knock it out. And I mean, it was for me, the anesthesiologist, two nurses. Brooklyn knocked us all off. I went, when they looked at me, I said, oh no, this is my life, baby, every day. You know what I'm saying? I knew this. I came ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't ready. Uh, but yeah, so it's like you just it's different. So you can offer your perspective, but you know what I'm saying? It's every kid is different. So we have to be open to the nuances and appreciate the nuances of each child in these situations. Like, some kids don't sleep. Some kids, they stay running. Some kids they don't eat. And these parents are really doing their best. So when you come in and say you should just make him meat, or you don't understand the nuances, because a lot of times they you never know. A lot of times the parents letting that kids eat that because it triggers so many other things that it ain't worth it to fight over this, right? Because we trying to go, we trying to leave, get out of here in a decent time or hour without an upset, want them to keep their clothes on, anything. So guess what? They eating chicken nuggets whenever they ask about it, because I'm trying to get to work on time, trying to get them to school on time. This is what that is. So please keep it in mind. Keep your people in mind. Be thoughtful of people during this time. It's not just about you know pitying people, because I don't think none of us want pity, right? Yeah, all of us, we just want you to know this is what we're doing and the kids that we have and what we're trying to do. And just when you see us in the street, help us out. Shout out to my church, Progressive Baptist Church Chicago. What I appreciated about it so much, people that I don't even know will just tap me on the shoulder and say, "I mean, I see you doing a great job." And I appreciate that more than I know. There women just will grab me and say, "Hey, man, I see what you're doing with your kids, doing a great job." And that's that. They don't know that might be a tough morning I've had with Brooklyn or something. You know what I mean? And so saying that is very encouraging. So encourage your people wherever you can. All right. I don't know how to make this hard turn, but we're gonna do it. Crush of the month. So we didn't record. Well, I'm sorry. You got anything to add, man?
No, I think you covered it all right there,
Okay.
man,
Thank you,
when it
sir.
comes
Thank
to
you,
that
sir.
subject.
Thank you, sir. Got you.
Yes.
So before we get out of here, I'm gonna do the crush of the month. And shout out to Crush. I got the orange shirt. Crush, just look, listen, Sarah, please tag them. Cut this right now. Crush, listen, we do this every month. Ez is an orange crush guy. I'm a strawberry and grape and peach crush guy. I like all the flavors. Just send him the orange. Send me the other flavors. Send some shirts, and give us a couple bucks, and then we'll talk about Crush more than we are right now. So shout out. So the crush of the month for March. All right, Ez, so here it is. It's a fan favorite. She been everybody's crush for years, but she for the SDP. That's what happened. So in March there was this trend. I don't know if you saw it. Of course you didn't see it because you're not on Instagram like that. But it was like, "Hey mom, hey dad, how was I in the '90s?" So I gave it away. Halle Berry did one of like, of course she's still fine now, but it was like, "Mom, how were you in the '90s?" And it's like, oh, you forget just how gorgeous, God, and it's like she's still killing them now, right? And I watched Crime One on One. Shout out to Chris Hemsworth. He's Thor. I think he's trying to have an American accent. His Thorness still creeps
He
out
can't
in the
escape that.
movie. He can't escape. It's like, man,
Yeah.
Thor out here stealing cars. That's crazy. You got a hammer, bro. What are we? Can't you fly? Well, anyway, I digress. But I'm looking at Halle Berry, and she made a comment about being 53 and being old, and in the context of the movie, I don't want to give it away. But it was like, I'm looking at her like she's still one of the most beautiful women God has ever made. And it's
Wait,
like, what
how,
up?
how how old is she?
I think she's older in the movie. She's supposed to be 53. I think she's older than that. Hold on. Hey Google, how old is Halle Berry? She's 59.
Good for her.
Yeah. Hey man, Halle Berry,
No,
Halle
I was like,
Berry.
man, 53. That's not that much older than me.
Well, we old, Jack. Let's not get it twisted.
I'm just saying.
Let's. So that's why you asked. You was like, hold on, brother.
Yeah.
Math. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But one of this the March crush of the month is the one and the only Halle Berry. Short hair, long hair, don't care. Halle Berry, you are the super duper pie. March crush of the month. So, what is she an orange crush? Is
I
you
feel
think
like,
so?
man, absolutely. I feel like that was a gimme right there, man.
Listen, I had a list and I'm watching. This like, what am I doing? Erased down Halle Berry. What are we doing?
Of
But
course, she's like the
I
crush of
mean,
the
she's like the reason why we do this thing.
the
You know what I'm saying?
millennium, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. It's again,
Uh,
so it's like Alexis Fields and Halle Berry. They are like the reasons why this category exists. They are the reason why this exists. I can't stand Alexis Fields. I hate her Instagram. Her thirst traps be trapping me, man. All right. That's enough. That's enough. So, thank you for checking out the Super Duper Pod. We do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials. SUPADUPAPOD. As I miss anything?
No, as I said before, you covered it all.
My man. So make sure you take care of yourselves, for sure. Take care of yourselves and each other. Hey, mama, this is the Super Duper Podcast.
Champagne from you and I. Wait, you and I? Now that's champagne if you was I. Would you be off on this campaign? Is it suicide? If you know that bringing hope here is how careers die. Or do the K stand for kamikaze? The J silent is everywhere, you can feel them probably. Surely, lately, I've been up late with demons in my basement trying to get me to hate this. Life thinking I should be further and then I choke up. As soon as I got silent, then the truth spoke up. This said, how you know you ain't perfect? Let that soak up and soak in. You know how you know that you blessed? I woke up.